Hey there, welcome to the Trombone Visualizer channel, and thanks for tuning in to the Trombone Visualizer Show, episode 4. Today we're going to get deep into some chord drones, and we're going to practice some cool stuff over E flat major. We're going to talk about how I practice sight reading using the sight reading monster book, and we're also going to get into some alternate positions. We're going to play some licks using alternate positions, and we're going to work on some bass trombone as always, and we're also going to do some time exercises because that's one of the best ways I think to practice. And also, here's 1 minute trombone visualizer news.
Elliot Mason recorded on Silk Volume 1, which was released in July. Michael Davis did his 100th Bone to Pick interview, released July 18th with Jim Martin. Trombone Shorty released a new album entitled Second Line Sunday on August 26th. He's performing at the Paul JAS Center in Aspen, Colorado, December 20th. Michael Dietz just released his album Flow on September 18th. Wycliffe Gordon just released an album Holiday Fun on November 7th. He's playing at the Staten Island Jazz Festival on December 20th. Marshall Jilks was awarded a faculty position teaching at the Eastman School of Music. He had notable performances at Blue Note Rio, August 19th through 23rd, Bangkok, September 3rd, Honolulu, Hawaii, and then Singapore in early September. The ITA started a podcast called Behind the Bell with interviews by Carol Jarvis. Carol has been touring the US and Canada recently with Elbow in September and October. Steve Weiss recently interviewed Paul McKee on Weiss World. The Trombone Corner podcast has been busy interviewing great trombonists every month as well. Peter Steiner performed extensively during November, mostly in Texas. Aubrey Logan posted a fun list of performance dates from December through July. Gunhild Carling is performing in the US and Spain this December. Lastly, Nick Finzer has been performing with Anak Cohen Tentet and will be at Midwest Clinic in Chicago on December 17th and 18th.
And that's 1 minute trombone visualizer news. Let me know if there's news that you know about that I haven't covered, or a trombonist that you think I should check out, whether it's a new recording they've done, or if it's a video they made, or a book that they wrote, any of that kind of stuff. I'm really interested. I want to know, personally, I want to know what's going on in the trombone world, but also I want to shout out to those incredible players and put them out there, get them out some exposure as much as I possibly can, you know? So anyway, let me know. Send me a message or leave a comment and I'll look into it. So last episode I talked about the Trombone Visualizer Easy Chords course a lot, and that's at khicksmusic.com. So make sure you go there and check out what's in the Easy Chords course. Let's go over some cool ways to shed over the E flat major chord drone. So go to the Easy Chords course, click on E flat major 7 and download the E flat major PDF. Then click on the link to the secret playlist, and on that secret playlist you'll find the E flat major drone chord, and check out the PDF while you practice along. Alright, so let's play the E flat major scale. Go lower, but there's no E flat on this tenor trombone, so I'm just going to stop at F. Almost. That's just out of the range of the trombone. That's why I played up higher. Alright, let's play the scale pattern. I like that one because there's a lot of notes that are in the same position. You don't have to move the slide, you just move down a partial or up a partial. Alright, here's the scale pattern 2. And the full arpeggio Of course, there's 6 pentatonic scales that work over this. E flat major, and then C minor. You also have B flat major. And G minor. And then you have the F major and D minor. Alright, that's just me messing around with playing over those. A couple of jazz standards that use this chord include There Will Never Be Another You on Green Dolphin Street in E flat. And I think the one in C also has E flat in there because it kind of shifts tonalities in that tune. Either way it works. And a really famous tune, Over the Rainbow, is in E flat. At least on my album it is. So in any tune that's in E flat is probably going to have an E flat major chord somewhere. And here's that lick, that famous lick that I keep playing over and over and over again. That's the way it looks on the trombone visualizer. All right, so let's get into some other things and other ways to practice over the chord. So let's do some sight reading, all right? Sight reading is a skill that can be practiced without just doing it. You know what I mean? It's actually something you can break down, and in my book, I break it down. I have the bass clef version and the treble clef version as well. But let's go into the bass clef because I like bass clef personally. The whole first half of the book is rhythms, and you just say the rhythm along to a metronome or a drum groove. But the other half of the book is every key, and it's just a bunch of notes in that key, and it just shows you. At first it starts with kind of easy, the notes are close together, and then as you get further down the page, the notes are more disjunct. They get further apart. Every note just kind of skips around a lot, which is kind of like flashcards in a way, but flashcards that allow you to look ahead a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to turn on the drum groove, and I'm going to just say the note name along to the drum groove, because that's the best way to do it. A metronome is nice, but with the drum groove or your favorite album is a really great way to also practice doing it musically. And it keeps you on it. Like you got to stay with it. You got to keep looking ahead. So, all right, let me demonstrate. So this is how I practice in the key of E flat major. And while I'm doing this, I'm also kind of thinking about where I am on the trombone visualizer, what every note is. So the first note is E flat, so I'm thinking about this E flat right here. And then the second note is F, so I'm thinking about being in first position. So third position, first position. And then the third note is G, so I'm thinking about that G in fourth position. So let's go slow at first. Let's just do half notes. Let's treat every note as if it's a half note, and I'm just gonna say it. Actually, no, let's do it at this tempo. Let's do it as a whole note. So every measure, every 4 beats, we're going to say the note. So it's going to be like this: E flat, F, G, E flat, G, A flat, B flat, G, A flat, G, F, G, A flat, F, A flat, E flat, F, G, F, E flat, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, G, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat. And that's the first line. We've done the first line now. And the idea is to go as slow as you need to get 100% correct. If you find that you're still messing up the note name in time, then you should slow down the tempo and do it again. Do it until you're really 100% clear on everything. And while imagining where it is on the trombone visualizer. This is one of the most important skills, I think, for young musicians to have. They need to be able to see something on the page and translate that not only to their horn, but also they should be hearing it in their head. So, let me see. There's an E flat. So, if I had this drone chord going, I can be thinking of, I'll do the second line as an example, and I'll sing the note, and I'll think of the chord position, or the slide position. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat, A flat, G, F, G, F, E flat, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, F, A flat, B flat, A flat, G, B flat, A flat, C, B flat, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, C, D, C, B flat, A flat, G. Now what I just did was actually kind of hard for me because I'm combining a lot of different skills all at the same time, which takes a lot of coordination mentally. Because I'm thinking of the chord, I'm thinking of the tonality and listening. I'm thinking of the slide position. I'm also thinking of the note name. I'm thinking of the groove, and I'm thinking of probably a lot of other things that take a lot of effort individually, and when you combine them all together, take incredible amounts of focus, and it's really actually kind of hard. So I recommend don't do all that stuff at first. Just say the note name. Don't try to sing it. Don't try to think, like do this, like I'm moving my arm around to demonstrate that I'm thinking of the slide position, but that's another skill on top of actually, just thinking about the slide position. So it's a lot of skills piled on top of each other, and my ideal practice is to go as slow as I need to get everything 100%, and then build another skill on top of that. So start small and build your way up to that. But without all those skills happening at the same time, I could do the third line just in half notes. Let's go double time the way what we were doing, and I'm going to do double time that. So E flat, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, B flat, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, C, D, E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, C, A flat, G, F, D, E flat. And obviously I'm looking ahead because there's no way that I'm able to think about the name of that note fast enough if I just look at the note right when I say it. I have to look ahead, think ahead, and then by the time the beat comes around, then I can successfully say the note. So that's a little introduction to how I sight read or practice sight reading and develop really great habits of analyzing what it is I'm seeing on paper and turning that into usable music. All right, let's move on. I'm going to do some long tones. And let's start on beat 4. 1 1 1 1 1. You notice that I was cutting off the note on beat 4 as well. All right, let's practice the scale a bit. Let's play the first 3 notes of the scale, and then let's work on the modes. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, and so forth. But let's do it in eighth notes because I feel like we're getting there. We're getting a lot of good stuff done. So. Did you notice how I was using some alternate positions on some of those? First of all, I was doing D and fourth when going back and forth between C and E flat. D and fourth is closer over here than it is over here. And if we can avoid that jerky motion, that's a good thing. If we can make it more relaxed, that's a good thing. We don't want to get tennis elbow. All right. And then the other one was when I went from D to F to G flat, or to G, E flat, F, G. I also took advantage of this and this option, E flat, F, and G right here in fourth. So I went from third to fourth, and there's a F in short fourth, so I just That's also useful if you want to start using turns in your improvisation. It's good to know what notes are on the partial right next to yours. And you can just play between those two partials, and that's how you get turns. It's also what we call across the grain on the trombone, where you're moving this way on the trombone visualizer. In any way, moving across partials, two or more partials, that's kind of called across the grain. Try that. We're just going C, E flat, F, G, and it's all in third and fourth position. What I did there is went up to the B flat and C up here. Alternate positions can be really useful, especially when you're doing sweeping across partials. All right, Let's work on playing intuitive musicality. Now that we've done these time exercises on these chord drones, let's just play whatever comes to mind. I'll go first. Right now you play something. Just explore. No judgment. Explore. We're just exploring and exercising the ear to trombone connection. Make sure that you can hear it before you play it, and go slow. Yeah. All right. As you shed and you get better, record yourself and post it and put the hashtag trombone visualizer. I hope that gives you some more ideas to practice over these chord drones and drum grooves. So let's oh wait, don't forget about the bass trombone. Here we go. I'm gonna do that. Here we go. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and try the same thing again, but better. Okay, I'm going too fast. I need to slow down and just play some arpeggio notes, because when I start getting these valves into the equation, it starts getting a little much for me. So let me slow down and play the arpeggio. Don't get too dizzy. Don't pass out. But you gotta keep working on things if you miss it. Play it right. Stop playing it wrong because you're practicing bad habits. Practice it the right way and do it over and over and over again. All right, now let's do some trading twos. I'm gonna play for 2 measures, and then you play. You can either copy me, what I played in those 2 measures, or you can do your own thing when it's your 2 measures. 1, 2, 1, All right. Okay, so that's it for episode 4. Thanks for watching and playing along. Next episode, we're going to go over the key of A flat. We're going to have our first trombone visualizer interview with Alex Isles. And I'm going to have him demonstrate things that he plays over A flat major. And we're going to talk about nerdy trombone things and other applications of the trombone visualizer. It wouldn't be possible without your help, so thank you so much for supporting the trombone visualizer. Let's take it to the next level. Get the trombone visualizer book right here. And get the poster right here. And get on khicksmusic.com and see what's there and see what connects to you the most. Making music is an action that activates all parts of your brain, and it vibrates all the cells in your body. So get into it more because it's good for you. All right, see you next time.
A tool that's changing the game. It's all about the math, no more guessing names. The trombone visualizer, it's clear as can be. Shows me the slide and where my notes should be. From the first position and out to 7, it guides me right through, all thanks to Kevin. With every note, it lights the way. it show me the way in perfect harmony, no matter what they say. With math as my guide, I hit every note on the slide with precision. I'm ready to go. In rhythm like a dance in the air. No more second guessing, no more despair. With the numbers aligned and the visuals bright, I'm playing it perfect, I'm playing it right. From low to high, from soprano to bass, every position has its own special place. It's like a map, a blueprint of sound. With the trombone visualizer, I'm glory bound. Trombone visualizer, let it show me the way in perfect harmony, no matter what they say. With math as my guide, I hit every note on the slide with precision. I'm ready to go. No more guessing where I go, just follow the lines, it's all aglow. Each partial clear, each position true. With the trombone visualizer, I'm breaking through.